All right, you guys, let's get into this color reading. I was going through transits and something told me to go look into where Mercury was in the sign of Libra. 19 degrees and 21 minutes currently. So at the 19th degree, Sabian symbol, it spoke about a gang of robbers in hiding. And then the 20th degree and where we're heading is a Jewish rabbi. It says our participation in collective new understandings forms or follows from a foundation laid down within traditional teachings. So the gang of robbers in hiding is about the power of group dissent. It says laws do not always preserve justice. Demonstration against unfairness is futile alone and requires group involvement. So participation in collective new understandings. And then the 20th degree with the Jewish rabbi here. It says settled traditional wisdom. Traditional binds a community into collective agreement and has certain benefits of social and spiritual conformity following traditional teachings. All right. I don't know why I've been seeing Cardi B like all over my feed on Instagram. She's all over. And it's all about like I am the drama. She's got a tour coming out. She's doing a bunch of like interviews. And it all has to do with like, you know what I mean? Is she really the drama here? So because we keep picking up on this energy of like having to go to court for something, I just want to see what comes out. All right. Start with Kipper here. I guess you're this main female on this pathway and you have a masculine that's thinking about you or about how to bring in some sort of unexpected income your way. This person could be concerned about you and how things have ended in your life. There's a message of concern. I don't know if you emailed this person, sent a message, sent a letter, something. All right, message of concern about work. Okay, privileged lady and mature woman on the bottom of the deck with courtship. Let's see. Somebody wants to know, are they the drama? That's what it seems like. Show me the pathway here in which this main female is on at this time. Hierophant is one of traditional teachings. All right, so I get that. And where we are currently with Mercury in Libra at the 20th degree, speaking about the Jewish rabbi, it says follows from a foundation laid within traditional teachings. All right, so you're on the pathway in connection to traditional teachings. The main female is in this Knight of Cups energy. I'm not sure if you're trying to like court, date, do something. All right, or you have someone on your mind or someone's thinking about you. Yes, they are. Six of Wands. Okay, so I don't know if this person watches you or sees you or do you do something in the public eye. All right, maybe you're being recognized by other people and then there's this person that wants to come in and give you unexpected income. The Magician and the Two of Wands. This person is trying to like manifest a pathway to you. A way to get to you. Okay, show me what the concern is. This King of Swords. So there could be some sort of restriction or a law that has to be followed. But, give me 1 second. It says here, laws don't always preserve justice. Demonstration against unfairness is futile alone and requires group involvement. So I don't know if you're like surrounded by a group of people here. And it just kind of feels like there's some sort of restriction or something that they're concerned about how you're on this specific pathway of like teaching. Maybe they feel like they can't interfere. Show me this coffin energy here. It's almost like if you're planning on courting somebody and courting this person in the public eye or something, they would have to come in and try to like manifest a way to get to you in order for some sort of unexpected income to come your way. Show me the coffin energy. The Eight of Wands. If this person is crossed over, they're like communicating with you, but you're not like... They're not in your presence. This person could be like someone older. They're concerned about, I don't know, having to follow some sort of rules or something. What's the message of concern here? The Knight of Pentacles, the delay in resources, and then the toil and labor, something about work from the past. Show me this privileged lady. The Knight of Wands, show me the mature woman. The Page of Swords, and show me courtship. Ace of Wands. I would imagine someone's watching you move forward, and or maybe feels that you're like a privileged lady. Knight of Wands, going after your passion, or you're very desirable to other people. I don't know what that is. Come on, my love. Go down. I don't know what that is, to be honest. Why would the Page of Swords is like wanting to communicate about something, or the Tower? Some sort of like shake-up of a foundation in connection to that privileged lady and mature woman. What's the Ace of Wands? The Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. If you're in courtship with that mature woman, then it kind of leaves you in lack. Even if you're passionate about what you do, you're seen as quote unquote the privileged lady, but this privileged lady is being watched by this mature woman. So are you the drama here? Welcome in, Cheryl. I'm doing great, sweetie. Don't worry. I'm fine. All right. Somebody's trying to like find a way, if there's a masculine that's thinking about the main female, how to get some sort of unexpected income your way. But if you work for this mature woman, or you're in courtship with this mature woman, something is being manipulated in how this person is delivering this unexpected income to you. So there's a delay right now because something's done in the public eye. It almost looks like something is being communicated, all right, to those that are crossed over. Is that what this is? So it's almost like someone that has a position of authority or something is giving you the information, and then it's being delivered to someone that is crossed over. So is that the reason why this is delayed? Yes or no? The King of Cups with the Five of Cups. Someone is, I don't know if they're expecting you or you're being disciplined right now in regards to the person that has the concerns, because you need to go apologize or something about ending it with that King of Cups. That's weird. Let's see. Show me the traditional values here on the pathway that you're on. The Emperor. Is this like your mentor? Is this Emperor energy like your mentor? Knight of Cups is kind of like you wanting to open yourself up to love, or this main female wanting to court someone, but it publicly being seen that there's someone that's obviously on there. If you're the main female, someone's thinking about you. So there's a delay here. Now the message of concern, it would be like, okay, well, I'm doing, you know, tough right now, or I'm having a difficult time with resources, things are slowed down for me, and having to return to your past person or return to a past workplace. Okay, Seven of Swords. So why do you feel like it's the Seven of Swords? You feel like there's a mother figure being deceptive towards you. How is that mother figure doing that? Because they work for the same company as you? Or they're working with the person that you ended it with? There seems to be some... Okay. If you're going through a tough time right now with the resources, and the person that you're surrounded by, whoever this Taurus or Libra is, or whoever is like an older feminine energy, all right, it kind of feels like they're collaborating with the same person that you ended it with, and they're receiving reciprocation of whatever it is that's supposed to be given to you, rather. So because you're in courtship with this mature woman and you're supposedly the privileged lady, something ends up happening where if you're supposed to be assertive in a specific direction and you have this mature woman watching everything that you do, then there needs to be a tower taking place there, because your passion doesn't start up until this companionship ends. Five of Pentacles, you're not getting anything out of it. It's keeping you in lack and in poverty, something like this. All right, so show me the Six of Cups, the person from the past. Ace of Cups, there's love there. Or there's love in regards to where you worked in the past. It's overcoming like workplace. Maybe that's your spirit guide here. All right, trying to like give you or show you the way. To like leave, go somewhere, emotionally withdraw, and accept this new opportunity in connection to work, so that your funds or your resources are better. You need to communicate to that person. But you don't want to do that. You've been holding back. You're in your ego. So you have your boundary up. Got it. And that's well seen. Okay. So you rather spend time alone and guard and protect your emotions rather than being brave and speaking to this person. Or I don't know, maybe it kind of feels like, I don't know if you have a difficult time apologizing to whoever this Queen of Cups is, or if it's like your intuition is telling you to do something, you're overthinking the situation rather than just going and reconciling with this person. I feel like the person wants to reconcile with you as well. There's something that's supposed to be celebrated for the star on the other side, especially if the Hermit was coming out to be the person that was meant to guide you to walk away from a situation so that you would accept another opportunity at work. All right, but you would end up having to like tell somebody, listen, I'm fucked up out here, I need money, I'm indecisive whether I want to continue on this journey with this person that I'm in courtship with right at this time. All right, so the older woman and the privileged lady, this is the problem. Okay, let's see what this is. So the message of concern is that there is a delay in resources at this time. Or your resources are being attacked, rather. Someone's like holding back on what's supposed to be coming your way in order to get you to feel like rejected or something. Who's the fucking drama here? Because I don't get it. Like, clearly you're going through something and somebody's like trying to come in and attack you. I don't know, for whatever reason. Is it like the high priestess that's trying to attack you? Crazy. He said, I need cooperation and physical help. Cheryl. He said, what? Who are you wanting to cooperate with, Cheryl? Well, Ace of Pentacles. Who needs physical help? Well, I'm not sure what you're saying to me. Well, you said your man needs physical help? Alright, let's get something else here. False person, journey, main female, coffin, privileged lady, Journey, imprisonment. Mature man and mature woman. Why do I feel like it's someone is with a false person or dealing with a false person that is a privileged lady? This journey that you're on must be leaving you in a sense of imprisonment. And then the mature woman is trying to end a situation with this mature man and mature woman. That's at least what's expected. Expecting sudden wealth, great fortune, marriage, lovers in the near future. But that's like, it's like your destiny is being like taken away or something. Because it's almost like if you are to be someone's privileged lady, that's like the false pathway to go down. If you're on a journey, this journey leaves you imprisoned. If you are the main female and you're dealing with, like, let's just say an older or an elderly couple, you need to end that as well. Which way do you fucking go, Spirit? Like, because the expectation is your sudden wealth. Where is it coming from? Clearly. That's fucking nuts. So my Sabian symbol thing just changed over, and it changed to Virgo at the 3rd degree. 2 angels bringing protection. So affirmation of higher personal power. We are comprised, surrounded, and interpenetrated by structured life energy, which can appear to us as light beings, feeling the presence of a non-physical being of light. So if my angel guides are here to protect me, there's no way fucking out of this energy. You said, sorry, it is a bad situation. Which way do you turn? Because if you're like hooked to a false person to be this person's privileged lady, you look like shit. You're not valued by that person. If you went on a spiritual journey, you're imprisoned. And if it's like you're this main female trying to push forward in life, then you have to be connected to this mature man, mature woman, but that ended as well. So it kind of feel like on all ends, you take nothing but losses. How is this fair, right? Community, family, room, change, message, gift. So, listen, the community has to come in, or your community has to come in and make change, because what's happening here is the expectation of sudden wealth and great fortune once you marry a specific lover in the near future. So you have to be committed in marriage in order for you to get some sort of finances here. Is that what we're talking about? This is fucked up. And it's like, am I the drama? Like, what did I do wrong? So you're saying it's a bad situation, but how? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell just happened here? Show me the false person. The sun? Or this is the false person is someone's son? Because it says false person. I mean, if you're the main female, obviously, that would be you here in this picture, knowing that the person you're with is a false person, if that's the sun. All right. And you've got privileged lady. So if, okay, hold on. Let me continue to pull. Show me journey. Show me the journey. Ace of Wands. You're on the journey to your passion here. That passion is leaving you imprisoned and with no resources. Got it. Show me the privileged lady, rather. If it's this whole false person, which is the sun, and what's the privileged lady's energy? The Nine of Wands. Maybe you do something creatively that puts you in the public eye, and they're saying, like, that's a false person. Stand ground away from that person, because it makes it harder for you to be seen as a privileged lady. Ten of Pentacles. It makes it harder for you to get to your wealth because you do something in the public eye, or it makes it look like you're privileged. You're not. Let's be clear. You're not. So in the last spread, the main female was coming in as being the one to court somebody or wanting to court someone. So if that's what you're doing, is like, I have to move. I have been ill. What the hell? It does not say that here. I'm sorry. It does not say that here. I feel like this is the spiritual community knowing that they fucked some shit up and they don't know how to fix it. I keep getting the same message. Because no matter how many times you're, oh my God, it doesn't matter how many times your guides have been trying to come in and guide you, because obviously the hermit is the one to guide you, right? This is like a spirit. Every direction and where they have led you has been a dead end. Let's be clear. The false person with this privileged lady, it's giving your journey, you're imprisoned. It's what you're passionate about though. And then if you're this mean female, and even if you've tried to like come together with like an older man, older woman situation, that even ended. Okay, show me the imprisonment energy then. So let's just be clear, someone does not want you in the spotlight. They feel like you're a false person, but rather here you are with, you know what I'm saying, I am the privileged lady, or Nine of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. You're just upset because I'm putting in the spotlight here that I'm a hard worker, I don't give up, I'm a spiritual warrior out here, and I deserve my abundance. But they will not give it to you until something takes place and where you commit in marriage in the near future with a new lover, quote unquote. You can't be independent? Is that what you're saying? Show me the imprisonment here. Someone makes you feel like, oh, you're so ill. No, you're not. How are you in illness? You're living the perfect life if you had your fucking money. Somebody's like, I'm sorry. I apologize to you, Aquarius. Like, what? I apologize for putting you in such fucking hardship. And so because, all right, Juno's already in Sagittarius, it has to be with like traditional values, things that connect you to spirituality, things that are more traditional is what it feels like. Okay, more traditional. Nine of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. You would always be delayed and dealing with hardship up until you make some sort of decision here, or unless you are partnered with a specific companionship and you face your fear with whatever that, wherever that is. All right, so it kind of feels like this has to do with work and where you're going in the near future and how something is going to end up transforming for you in order for you to get a new opportunity or go into some sort of collaboration. Because it's like, if you're not part of the religious community, if you are not part of what we're supposed to be building here, then technically you work for the devil. And that would be like you being betrayed by your family, meaning your family tree. Let me go back to that energy. Where was it? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right, so the family tree at 14 degrees speaks about your roots. Today we seen come out in the energy check-in the root chakra, family, and relationships, right? So the family tree says the ambitious focus more on branches than roots, yet true spiritual success answers a deep need for continuance, understanding how ancestral qualities have left their mark. There is great responsibility attached to the power of faith and charisma. It is inevitable that one with their abilities or one with these abilities will be influential and guide those without them, or guide them into the seeding of what is to come. Leaders need to be faithful to the collective needs of those they lead, with whom on some level they share common roots, which roots are the very authority for leadership and the source of their strength. So what is going to be happening here with your roots? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energies, because I'm seeing the Ten of Swords. The Sun, Gemini, is the same energy that's more so saying that's your false person. Wherever your Gemini placement is, that's the false person. That's the truth, Ace of Swords. Because you need to go reconcile with the past. There's something about, it has a lot to do with your ascension, your awakening, and how you're going to be recognized and or rewarded for something, or being seen in the public eye for something. and being celebrated for something, because it kind of calls in for a sense of fairness. So even at the 7th degree of Libra, and where we are with the energy of the sun, it speaks about a woman feeding chickens and protecting them from the hawks. So there's a reflection period happening here, guarding against attacks. You see what I'm saying? So it says every light initiative is met by some form of shadow, which often takes the form of an angry response from an unawakened person. Earlier, we saw the spirit forcing you, saying this is your only pathway. You have no other choice. We're going to make it where you're going to struggle up until you do what we say. So these are your guides, or this woman feeding chickens. It's saying, it's like you guys are being attacked. A mind clear enough to recreate is a passionate force in the world and must necessarily generate an equal and opposite force of resistance, which will attempt to thwart into purposes by any means possible. Hence, the likes of Jesus, Gandhi, and Luther King are strongly resisted, yet also Hitler, Stalin, and or Pol Pot. In fact, as we notice that we come up against strong antipathy, we may then know we have developed a strong mind. We must guard against these opposing forces, which very often takes the form of collective disgruntlement and confused non-cooperation rather than specific honorable challenges, yet certainly an amount to an attack. So let's just say they do not want to collaborate with you or cooperate with you. You have to want to go and cooperate with them rather, so they can give you an honorable challenge and say, okay, now you deserve to be receiving this recognition and these rewards. Now you're able to be celebrated. So it says, taking responsibility for whatever is within our care. Why is it that you have to be attached to a family tree? I don't get that. I really don't. I don't get that. All right. So let's see what the expectation is in this sudden wealth and great fortune. So the expectation is being attacked. 5 of Wands, drama, challenges. See what I'm saying? So these are what the guides are expecting right now. Your mentors, especially in your love life. So let's be clear. If you're connected to a false person and your guides have, let's just say, try to use other situations around you for you to continue on your spiritual journey, it's turned into a shit show. Because they have trying to gain control, or the father figure, Saturn in sign of Pisces, has been trying to gain control over your spiritual journey or your spiritual, you know what I mean? I don't know why I want to say your spiritual endings, so that you can have a brand new beginning. 12th house energy is like, hello, you know what I mean? And then Saturn ends up stepping into Aries, which has all to do with self. So it would be like, okay, well, before we get you to structure in your house of self, we need you to structure here in connection to your spirituality. It's weird, because it kind of feels like structure your spiritual values and what we do traditionally. I'm the father figure. I taught you this. If I've been with your mother figure and I know that mother figure has been also trained to, trained, I said trained because it's coming through as the 10 of Wands. Even the older mother figure has been through this with that father figure that she's connected to in marriage. So the father figure has been trained to train the mother figure to be tough, and now wants to train the daughter to be tough as well. You're not allowed to go be happy until I tell you it's okay, or unless you're committed in marriage to somebody. That's going to be the person traditionally that's meant to be the masculine of the family, or the head of household, or, you know what I mean? You follow the leader type shit, and that's where your money comes from traditionally. You don't go to work, you stay home, you take care of the kids, blah, 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 blah. See? But what they don't understand is that the Empress is the bag. The Empress is the money. We're in a new world here. Okay? This isn't just about traditional values. This isn't just about how you grew up and your roots and all of that. Alright? Show me the great fortune for this Empress. The Six of Cups. It's like that's how that's supposed to be back there. So what's happening is if the mother figure has inherited some sort of sudden wealth, that was meant to be gifted in great fortune to the child. How would that end up coming through? If there's no resources involved, how would that end up coming through? What's the only other way that you can attach yourself to someone, rather that be in the conscious state or subconscious state? So if someone has inherited a gift from a mother figure, it has to be that you're highly intuitive, you have some sort of psychic medium abilities, or something that keeps you attached to this mother figure. And if you try to do that for work, they want to take from you because they feel they gave you that gift. With the moon energy here, I wonder what that means. They gave you the gift of intuition. So now the mother figure and the father figure are more so like pulling on your energies, right? They want back whatever they gave you. There's like, they're giving the don't bite the hand that feeds you type of energy. I put you in this world, I take your ass out energy. Tell me if I'm right, okay? Let's be clear. The father figure wants power. The mother figure wants what they gave you back if you want nothing to do with them. Because it's saying you want to move forward and be independent. Seven of Swords, your strategy is to end it with your roots. Okay? Show me marriage. No, that's crazy. Because either on all ends you're losing. Show me marriage. Eight of Wands. So what you would end up having to be committed to is the energy of how you're receiving your information and it coming from abroad. I wonder who this person is. Because that's who your lover is in the near future. This person probably doesn't even exist yet in your life. But they're telling you how to get yourself out of this situation. So again, we're speaking about marriage, Juno and Vesta coming together, the asteroid of spirituality, the asteroid of sacrifice and devotion in the sign of Sagittarius, combining with the asteroid of Juno and how you're going to be bonded to in marriage or partnership with a lover in the near future. This person doesn't exist yet, but you're getting some sort of sudden change or information or some sort of conversation with this person. Okay? Could be about a home, Four of Wands, or it could be a specific community of people that you're moving forward with and they're speaking to you about marriage. Jesus, why are you so against it? I don't know. But the Lovers is here. You're up against dating this person or courting this person or something like this. It's almost, it has to be where it's reciprocated on both ends. They have to want what you want. It's almost like what you want has to want what you want has to want you too. Yes. In order for it to be successful. This is the only way to move forward with someone in marriage. And I feel like it's because we're at the ending of a major life cycle, like a portal closing out. The 999 is completion this year of a specific cycle so that you can start back at 1. And however this is supposed to be manifested, it's being rather manipulated. Because there seems to be lots of gossip going on. There seems to be a lot of those people detached, Venus and Aquarian energies. It's giving you are probably living separate lives from your lover, or that's just the way the situation has panned out to be. So the spirit guides are in heavens like, what do we do here? Because we tried to get this person to come back with this person. That didn't work. We tried to work it out this way. That didn't work. And it's just leaving somebody feeling mentally fucked up, ill, sick, like feeling depressed and anxiety and fear about what is to come in the near future. All because we're supposed to be living some sort of traditional values. Instead of just letting people go be independent, getting them away from their roots, because obviously this is, if you're ending it with a lover, with a child, in a marriage, within a fucking business partnership, it doesn't matter. You should be independent enough. You are not attached to a contract. That's what they want it to feel like, so they can feel, okay, well, you're contracted to this person because that person is your father figure, that's the mother figure, this is the person you marry, this is the person that they have a contract in the near future, this is supposed to be who the person you're supposed to be with, you're supposed to have a child by that person. Or but if people are going out there and doing what the fuck they want to do independently, they lose control. Do you understand? So it has to be where they feel they have control if they are fucking shit up. Okay? Stop trying to play God. I know you probably work for God, but you're not God. Let people be free and go do whatever the fuck they want to do. And if they fuck up, that's their consequence. They have karma to live with at that point. You know how they say, like, if you ask your angels to do something, they're supposed to do it, but they're not supposed to interfere unless you ask them to do it. That's kind of what this is. On spiritual level, let's be clear. So, when we go back to the false person, let's just look at this as the false person being the person that you're in love with. Let's just say that that person has an entity with them. They are contracted to say you're going to be abundant in your lifetime. This person is not. These two have to break up. It looks like the guiding light that was supposed to guide this person has said that's not your person. Something like this. You are supposed to go on a new journey and you're heading in a different direction, rather. This is a shit show. Let me just tell you, because I know what I'm picking up on here. All right, so again, this is the father figure coming in and destructing some shit down. I have power over you. I don't give a shit how much you don't want me, how much you feel neglected, rejected, confused, or making you feel like, you know what I mean? You missed out on opportunities. You're mine. Okay. Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Knight of Cups. Why do I feel like Ace of Cups, the Temperance, the Four of Swords, and the Fool card? Your love life, or however your guides are working in the background, I don't know. They're just asking you to kind of like rest and rejuvenate on it. There could be some sort of negotiations that have to take place first before you get to move on to a new journey here. Because there could be children that are involved. There could be that something needs to be investigated. There could be money that is lingering somewhere. All right, there could be someone that's rather holding back from expressing love. There could be many different factors here on why something's not taking place. Because this King of Cups is coming in and saying, well, I want something traditional. But the King of Cups is the person that you ended it with, remember, in the past. Okay. And then the Seven of Wands to the King of Pentacles and the Lovers. It's almost like, well, if you say that this was technically your traditional person and who you grew up with, who you had a traditional marriage with, if you had children with this person, then if you try to move forward with this King of Pentacles in love, it's almost like restricted. I'm feeling like King of Swords energy. Oh, that means you have to like make some sort of sacrifice or devote yourself to that person to start a new contract in that direction. Seven of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles. Venus in Scorpio, Saturn in Taurus. Why do I feel like it has something to do with like the placements of your values and or how things transform in your life? It's like your money or your spouse's money. Some sort of inheritance comes in from that spouse. You would have to go have like this person's baby or something in order for you to receive some sort of inheritance, or however your investments are coming through. Someone's trying to keep them hidden or in some sort of illusionary state where it's like, okay, well, you have all these other options. Why are you choosing just that one? Because my heart is being drawn to that one because I'm no longer involved with this person. They're making it more difficult. I feel like it's your angel guides making it more difficult because they feel like they know which best path is for you. So if they say, oh, well, you tell your angels, I want new love. And they're like, okay, well, just rest and rejuvenate for a second. We're going to go work our magic over here. But by the way, you have to break up with this traditional value person, whoever that seems to be. And then you have to also protect yourself here, because if you're moving in this direction, we're going to create some sort of illusion for you to get you to run back to the past person. Is that what I'm feeling here? Yeah, it's a waiting period, literally. You'll be waiting for a while. It's just a waiting game. And then while the transits are happening, you're losing out on opportunities here because the energy is supposed to be shifting. Venus is in Virgo. All right, Venus in Virgo says, hey, listen, you know what I mean? There's discrimination. You can't be involved with that person because that person is connected to your workplace. Venus in Virgo says, the person that I love and the person that brings health and goodness into my life, my heart is being drawn in that direction. You can't tell me to wait because I'm going to lose my opportunity. Because it's going to end up moving into the following sign and then it doesn't work in your favor. Oh my gosh. Literally. So they're trying to get you bonded to a specific contract. For instance, let's just say, okay, that, for instance, me today, I went to the doctor's. They clearly knew that I was supposed to have, I had an IUD put in so that I wouldn't be able to have kids, right? I wasn't ready to have kids. I moved on, all right, from the relationship that I was in. And all of a sudden, I have this appointment. They're like, oh, well, you know, it's time for you to take that out. You need to get a new one. I go to the doctor's appointment, and they say, oh, well, your appointment was canceled. It was canceled by who? Oh, it was canceled by the person, and the phone number that you have on file, it happened to be my kid's father's phone number. He canceled the appointment. So apparently I was there sitting for 2 hours to get this IUD taken out, right, and get it to be replaced. Oh, well, because it was canceled, we don't have that product here in stock. You'll be able to take it out, but you can't put it back in, right? So now that I'm not with my kid's father anymore, and let's say I want to go get sexually involved with somebody, all right, I'm basically signing a contract with that person because I can possibly get pregnant, and then you're contracted to that person again. It's a fucking trick in how the spirit guides are trying to get you to move forward into another situation rather than giving you your money so that you can go live your own fucking life. Because you have to have a spouse. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Okay. Two of Cups, Queen of Wands, Nine of Cups, Three of Wands, Justice. What is this? I think we all know that it's time for like our intuition, if that's the gift that has been given from the mother figure, to be able to move forward from a situation that has been keeping you restricted and accomplish your own goals. It's like right now is the time. Right now is the time. So we're speaking about like North Node Piscean energy. It's like there should be a lot more connected to, yes, spirituality, being a little bit more vulnerable and compassionate and all that good stuff. But let's not forget where we just came out of. The North Node was in Aries. How is it fair that it worked out for the masculine? Create a tower against the person that they were committed to in marriage. Let's be clear. South Node was in Libra, opposing the masculine's energy. If that masculine says, oh, well, I don't want to be with that person anymore, then the feminine energy would be like, okay, well, that's fine. I'm going to go find and go through my spiritual journey, North Node Pisces. I'm going to end up moving forward, all right? And by the time the North Node in Aquarius comes, guess what? We're going to end up stepping into a specific community of people that I feel like supports me. I'm going to be sure that I have a sense of healing, and I'm going to be looking into the future. That's it, right? But no, the masculine energy wants to come and say, well, I control, you know, you moving forward and ending the cycle with me because you belong to me. You're contracted to me. How the fuck? So the masculine energies have the possibility of going out there and fucking and sucking on whoever the hell they want to. But then when the feminine chooses to release themselves from this contract or this marriage, okay, they're being chased the fuck down, and because the other person can't get over their fucking feelings, get out of your feelings is what it is. All right, like fuck the whole traditional thing. It's like if we're going to court, let it go to court, and that's it. But even the judge has to be fair in the situation here. The feminines are getting the short end of the stick, let's be clear. Not the masculines. Okay? Not the masculines. So, for instance, I tell my story all the time. I lost my job at first. I lost my car. I lost my house. I lost my kids. Now I'm losing my man. 5 fucking losses. 5. Maybe even more than that, I'm sure. Because I lost out on my entire family. Everybody turned their backs on me. I have no fucking friends. I'm having a hard time finding a job. And I have a restraining order against me. So now where do we go from here? I'm sitting in poverty, literally. Thank God I have a roof over my head. But that's what this is. It's a corrupted type of fucking system that does not work. I do not feel like your angels are working in the background. They want to continue to force you to do something that you don't want to do instead of just saying, listen, this has been dragging on for far too long. This person deserves their money so they can go live their life happily. Okay? And it just kind of feels like everything is stagnant at this point. There's no movement. There's no movement. So then it kind of looks like what? It looks like somebody's fucking robbed your entire life away. A gang of robbers in hiding. That means that what? They exist without physical fucking form. Okay? Am I right? Can somebody say something? Craziness. Because I wonder why I have very close connections to my spirit guides and the way that they communicate to me. Some of them are great, some of them are not. Some of them feel like, well, you should have fucking listened to me when I told you to do this, because I would have had it planned out to be, it was going to work out in manner. Right? But then when you don't do something that your spirit guides want you to do, they kind of come back and they have vengeance. Mars and Scorpio energy. They want to come back at you with vengeance. So they'll discipline you. Okay? They'll discipline you. And keep you in the sense of lack up until you do, or they force you to do something that you don't want to do. We just want to be away from them. Interesting. So I remember having a dream back in the day. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I was in this dream, and for whatever reason, there was this like an alien spaceship that was coming down. It was like a UFO or something, and it literally it literally was like, the aliens told me to get into this ship, and they took us all to the moon. You know what was inside of a moon? A big ass bubble, and everybody's just bouncing around, and we were all stuck there. All of us were stuck there. That was my dream. What the fuck does that mean? Literally, what does that mean? The wealthy man is here. Message of concern, high honor, belief and community, despair. So what I imagine that this wealthy man here is concerned about not giving you some sort of promotion or putting you in a position of high honor, because if they sent in their fucking minions, which is quote unquote the community, to take care of a situation, they rather left you in lack and in despair. Now you deserve a brand new beginning. That's what's being adjudicated in court. Is this specific courtship? So in the 3D, let's just say if you're the main female, more than likely, your courtship was with a mother figure. That mother figure could have not liked the pathway you were going down, who you were dating, that you didn't respect them, quote unquote, okay? They were jealous, they were envious, they felt that, you know, even if you went down this traditional pathway of you learning about spirituality and all this good stuff, they did not stand the fact that you look better than them, or you achieved your goal better than them, or they didn't get recognition for you coming out to be this perfect person in the spotlight, and where they felt that, oh, okay, well, you know, You deserve to get recognition, and I don't owe anything. You know what I mean? You don't owe me anything. I shouldn't expect anything in return. That's what it's getting. She is free to live with whatever she takes in. I'm willing to give it to them. I want to be released. Interesting. Craziness. Craziness, literally right now. There's going to be a lot of relationships that are going to be moving in the energy of independence. North Node is coming in Aquarius. Aquarius is a very independent sign. She is not my owner. She is not. She's a karmic. Got you. That's what is given. Whoever this older woman is that's connected to this main female that has been burdening that main female, okay? And or how this main female seems to be a burden for the mother figure. You shouldn't have had the fucking child in the first place. Maybe that's the fucking lesson that needs to be learned. Why won't they just take it and leave? Show me the wealthy man's energy. The King of Pentacles. He has all the money. So the men right now are the wealthy ones. Okay? They're the ones that are planning for the future. They're the ones that are probably more than likely working. They're the ones that are also in this energy of wanting to control. All right, so let's take a look. Saturn in Pisces. That's what it looks like. Searching for the star. Wishing for the best. Hopeful about the future. You know what I'm saying? Something like this. Everybody's searching for the star. And the star's like, I think I'm okay. Where's my fucking inheritance? Let's say you were married to this person 10 plus years. You deserve something back from that. See what I'm saying? You said, stop bothering someone who begs to be left alone. Who wants to be left alone? If that person wants to be left alone, you will not contact them anymore. It's very clear. Mm-hmm. So they may want to, quote unquote, be left alone right now, but when the energy changes and then they get into their feelings and then they want to send you a message and act like, oh, well, this is how I feel. And then this is how you know this person is heartbroken and unable to deal with their own feelings, because they'll say what they have to say and then they want to block you. So you don't have a way to respond. Let's speak on feminine and masculine energies if that's what you're talking about, Tasty Carter. Let's see. I call the feds to request to be left alone, no help. I guess. I don't even know why you're here. Gotta go. Why are you spying on somebody else's energy if you want to be left the fuck alone? Message of concern is again about the traditional values. Everybody's getting like cut out the fucking reading today. I don't even care. I'm tired of hearing about the bullshit. I'm tired of the bullshit. Okay, let's see. So yeah, there seems to be some sort of like delay in traditional values because there's a major concern here about what high honor is. Okay. The Two of Pentacles. They're trying to control those that step into positions of high honor. All right. Yeah. And again, it kind of feels like there's something malicious happening to those that are doing things in the public eye. They hate those that have positions of authority or something in the public eye. Or if you're being recognized and rewarded, they need to be able to control. Okay, let's just say that this wealthy man is the King of Pentacles. All right, they're the ones that are seen as, I work hard. I'm making plans for the future. But you're also going to experience losses because you're connected to me, Saturn and Pisces, right? And then here's the message of the main female going, well, wait a minute. I was married to you and traditionally connected to you for so long. Why are you delaying me or delaying some sort of like income for me so that I also have stability, right? And then they seem to control you having some sort of high honor in their life, whether this is the workplace, whether this is a marriage, okay? It kind of feels like this person will then be jealous and or envious or doing something corruptive or lying and spying and kind of talking shit about what you do in the public eye. They could be malicious because you're putting something into the public eye, or because you're getting recognition and reward for something that you've done. All right. So if the masculine says, well, I want to love on the star, then the star says, wait a minute, but I thought we ended it back there. Queen of Swords. All right. The World card. And I'm trying to go after my own abundance. Why are you trying to block me? Or why are you stealing from me? Any opportunity presented, you are literally trying your best to block the fuck out of me. And maybe you have a whole community of people behind you helping you do this shit. To keep this main female in despair. Okay? Craziness. Okay. Angel 1-1. Okay. Show me why this person is taking from the main female. This is the masculine's energy. All right, so who's really the drama here? Is it the female or is it the masculine? Is it the boss at the workplace? Is it the organization you work for? Is it the government? Is it the mother figure? Is it the father figure? And I don't know. Who's remaining in control? Show me the thief energy here. 5 of Cups. Now this person regrets taking from you or holding back from you and not giving you what you deserve. Because they feel like you're just out here celebrating and doing what you want, and my plan to control you is not working. It's over. Fuck, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the energy has now transformed. It's not going to stay the same. So this could be legit, like your family trying to keep you attached to you spiritually, contracted to you spiritually, or trying to control your spirit guides, even trying to control who it is that you're dating, who you're loving, it's so much going on. It feels like a shit show. So like I said, if you find out that your person that you're dating is a false person, you're the fuck out of there. If you find out that someone in the workplace is stealing from you, you're the fuck out of there. If you're living with your parents and you want to end that situation, you're the fuck out of there. What are the angel guys doing now? But bringing you in some sort of abundance for you to be able to move forward. Let's be clear, right? So show me the community. Knight of Wands. 4 of Cups. So it kind of feels like intuitively, the reason that you headed in the direction of trying to understand something on a spiritual level is because you feel like you're being neglected, rejected from more than likely a mother figure or a spiritual community. They don't give a shit about you. That's how you feel. Let's be clear. But this tends to be like on an intuitive state. Everybody right now is in a sense of greed, is what it feels like. Everybody right now is in a sense of greed. A lot of despair, a lot of unemployment. All right. Your new beginning is being adjudicated, obviously. Connections to children are at a very limited energy as well, because of what's happening or how you're supposed to be coming into courtship with something or someone. Yeah. Show me despair. I don't know. I guess, are you supposed to be in despair about what took place in the past with the 6 of Cups and the Empress? All right. So now if it's the mother figure that had some sort of involvement, because the masculine obviously, quote unquote, trained this mature woman to be this way. Now this mature woman feels like she needs to take it out on her daughter. Okay. And it looks like the mature woman tried to keep you without work, or keep you without bringing in some sort of resources as well. Keeps you out of work. You're this person's child. You're this Empress's child. Wanted to keep you in despair. Yeah. I feel like, okay, let me get this right. I feel like this has to do with like a Saturn return type of energy. And then while Saturn's in retrograde as well, all right, and it's like let me just look into the transits real quick. So like The moon in Capricorn right now, obviously, is at its detriment. This would be like the mother figure and the father figure coming together. Where are we currently right now with the moon in Capricorn? Let me just, because I've been talking shit for a minute. Talking shit. Alright. We were at about 6 degrees earlier with the moon in Capricorn. Let me just take a look here. Come on. So Capricorn from the 6th to the 10th degree is all about wisdom. Yeah, we're literally right now like 5 degrees and 58 minutes, so we're about to hit that 6 degree mark. It speaks about a dark archway and 10 logs at the bottom. Attempts at management teaches the relationship between beginnings and endings. You see what I'm saying? So how are things being adjudicated? I'm seeing Judgment, the Eight of Wands, the High Priestess. I feel like everything has to come into account. There needs to be something mediated here on if someone's choosing to end a cycle and move forward, how the other person is meant to reconcile, all right? Your intuition could be heightened. You definitely spiritually connected to the Most High, and it looks like if you have a passion more so, you're supposed to be thriving in the direction of whatever you speak is, so it is. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, and Six of Swords. It says you're ready to move on. King of Pentacle energy here. Okay? And the energy of the Sun. Are you happy with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Do you feel that you will be victorious with that person? Page of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. It's like you would have to have a child with that person and create some sort of long-term stability so that you build wealth. Traditionally, that's just how it is. See what I'm saying? Adjudication says you have to go into courtship with someone, and that's the major concern here. And what this masculine is now thinking about in regards to that feminine energy that needs some sort of unexpected income because they're going through poverty. Having and or being connected to the main male that they possibly was living with. Something has to be fair here. The official person is coming and gifting someone here a message about change, new family room, unexpected income, bad health, pathway, occupation, courthouse, toilet neighbor. Someone feels that the occupation that you chose have put you on this pathway to feeling like you're in bad health. That's your decision whether that's what you want to do or not. That's just how the cookie fucking crumbles. Is what it looks like. Welcome and stuff. Yeah. I don't feel like you got the short end of the stick with the entire situation here. Let's be clear. You have. It sucks too. They fucked you up. They fucked you over. Yep. I'm starving like a motherfucker. Like literally I'm starving. And they ain't sent my damn food stamps. They ain't sent me no money yet. What is going on? I'm on my last bottle of water, y'all. Who else is here? 2 people's in the chat. I gotta go. I've been holding you guys up for too long. I love y'all. Catch you on the next one.